So I wanted to do a video over swing trading. And swing trading, in my opinion, is probably one of the most laziest, yet could be one of the most riskiest ways to make money in the stock market. Now, I like to do swing trading because I think it's very fun. I'm always very excited to see how the market opens the next morning. Um, and swing trading. It's high risk, high reward. Sometimes you can see rewards up to 1,000%, 10,000% is the highest I've ever seen an option go for a swing trade, and that was because it was a mental fucking gap down. But you got to be very on top of what's going on in the market, and you have to be very good at seeing how the overall levels are in the market. So I'm actually setting up for a put swing trade on the SPY. So if I go here, I have a 391 put on the SPY. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I have those levels. So let me delete everything. And I'm going to show you exactly why I'm going on a 391 put and why I think we might do that. And some things that I have to consider that we might not go to 391. And where would we go if we don't hit 391? So today we opened up, the market was, it consolidated. That's the first thing we want to note. So the market really didn't trend up. It just kind of trended more sideways. So I should have done a parallel level the one time I actually needed it. So we actually trended very sideways. So from the high of yesterday, boom. From the high of yesterday and the low of today, we consolidated between those levels. We really didn't move. The high of yesterday was literally our opening today, right? And so sometimes that's a good thing, but it also tells us it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing, because it tells us, hey, we had this entire period of time and nothing really happened. You know what I mean? So yeah, the SPY supported itself, but it also really couldn't break up. So we did try to make a break up this morning, and guess what? We couldn't. We tapped out and we started running down. We never retouched that level again. And so the entire day, once we broke past our pre-market low, we were tanking. We were just going straight down. It was a very bull, intention, and I bought puts on that, right? And so even here, we're showing consolidation patterns, right? We're not necessarily breaking up, but we're not going down either. So we're seeing very bad trends in this stock already. And this is the S&P 500, so there's always a bit, there's always a lot of consolidation movements going on. And never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. So why do I think the stock is going to hit 391, right? Well, as you noticed, what I did earlier is I made levels. I saw where the stock went. I saw that pre-market we hit this price of 396, and I saw that yesterday we hit yesterday I saw we hit 399, 399.03. So what happened today is we went up, yes, 399. So yesterday I swung calls and to 400, and we actually did hit 400. Unfortunately, I did sell them because we couldn't break 400. We dropped down here and I sold my calls. I think I only made like 10% on them. So it's kind of a shitty swing trade, but being honest here. So we did hit 400. I thought we were going to hit 400 because I expected that level, and we did. We broke above the 399 and we ran all the way to 400. We couldn't hold it though, and so that tells me, hey, our market is not ready to support a stock price of 400 right now. So we started dropping, and we dropped to our pre-market low, and so usually that's supposed to be a sign of resistance. We're supposed to bounce off of this, and we did. We bounced off once, and then we just came crumpling down. And we touched it, trying to come back up, but we couldn't ever run back up. So we just started trending downwards. So what is the next level? We already hit our yesterday high and pre-market low. Well, we can go to yesterday's low. So if I go to the daily chart, I can see what happened for our low of yesterday. So if I go here, what was the low of yesterday? The low yesterday was 391.57. That was the low for yesterday. Now, we can run all the way to 391.57, but my call is for 391 on the dot. And so I was looking at the chart, the daily chart, so each candle represents one day. What level happened the most that got touched a lot? Well, I saw that, around this price range going down. Yeah, okay, that was yesterday's low. I saw around here, this level was touched quite a few times on the way down. This level was touched, it got touched here, it broke here. So I'm expecting the option to go to 387, but we could also hit 391. I'm expecting the option to go somewhere in the 391 ranges. I'm either expecting the option to move down here, and oh my god, dude. I fucked up. Boom. I'm either expecting the stock to move to 391.23, or I'm expecting it to run all the way down to 387. Now, 387, in my opinion, is a little too far. I think definitely the SPY could drop that much, swinging to Monday. But is it feasible for this kind of run now? Because if you notice, we were running up pretty high for the past couple of days, and we even had a huge gap in our market a couple times. We only get a few red candles out of a good amount of green candles. But the fact that we not only touched 400 twice, or we touched 399 twice. So you see here, these two candles, they both touched it. They couldn't break through. So what happens when you hit a resistance? Just like in the minute chart, when you hit a resistance, you're either going to jump up or you're going to jump down, right? So this stock made a resistance here. So just showing you an example of the minutes. This stock had a resistance of 394.14. And we couldn't break it here, so we went down. We trended down quite a bit, and we ran back up. I'm definitely going to believe we're going to try to touch 400 sometime soon again. And guess what happened when we couldn't break it? We ran back down. So this is a key level, and it does support in the minute chart, just as the 399 level, the 391 level is a key level in this chart. And I know it's confusing, and it's definitely something you have to be worrisome about. But just be very wary on how you guys decide to play the market on this. Sorry, I just got a notification saying my SPY puts are down. I don't care. It's gonna run up. It's gonna run up pretty soon. I predicted a run up earlier. Probably gonna try to touch 394. We had a massive rundown today. I just bought another put, so. But anyways, look how far we actually are. And I didn't mean to close that. I'm going to go to auto. Look how far we actually are from 391. We only need a drop. Click here. We only need to drop an extra percent, 0.5%. That's very doable, especially with a down market, and I think we're actually going to touch a level up here. We're going to touch that level I literally just made earlier. Just to prove the point. That 394.14, we're going to touch it. Does it break? Very curious on how that's going to play now. But, that's how I got my position. That's how I made my position. I'm definitely expecting us to hit that position and, on puts. So that's how I'm swinging my positions. Obviously, there's a lot more going into this. We got to be very keened on volume. Is there a lot of volume overall in the SPY? So that's how you do plays. As the SPY is probably one of the best stocks you can learn how to do swings on. Now, let's say there was a cannabis bill passed, right? Or no, the AMD chip, the chip bill in Congress, right? So Congress passed a chip bill and saying they're going to give subsidies to AMD, Nvidia, all these chip companies. So what that tells me is, I yawned. What that tells me is, hey, AMD, Nvidia, they're starting to get a lot more money. Their stock's not just going to run up today. It's probably going to run up the course of multiple days. So the second they announced that these chip companies were going to get subsidies, because there's a chip shortage at the time of recording this, or there was. I don't know so much about it anymore. So the government decided to give subsidies, and Nvidia started popping off that day. Nvidia ran really, really high that day. And then I bought call swings, and guess what? Nvidia opened up even higher the next day because people were confident in Nvidia now. AMD did the same thing. That's sympathy plays. I think I did a video over sympathy plays. I did a video over earnings. So this is how to swing trade. Swing trading is not day trading. A lot of times you have to use day trades, but you don't have to have 25,000 or a cash account to swing trade, right? If I buy a position now, tomorrow, or when the market opens on Monday, I'm genuinely going to be expecting, a downward trend, and I'll be able to sell it and not use a day trade because I hold it over a day. I hold it till next market day. So you could buy you could buy very close to the end of the day, and then you can buy, and you can sell very early on the next day. So if I buy here, I can sell right here, and I don't even have to hold it for 24 hours, just over that time span of the market. So swing trading is very good. You can do as many as you want as long as you have the capital for it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. This is probably one of my favorite methods. I love scalping. I love doing volume plays, and I love doing swing trades. So that's some of my opinions. So I'll see you guys later.